Hello and welcome. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between England and the DR Congo in the last 32 of that tournament, coming here from the Atlanta Stadium, the 12th biggest stadium in the US of A, with a capacity of 68,239, and they are currently singing their little hearts out inside of this stadium for the two anthems that are being sung. These two sides now, it's knockout football, and that is where it comes from now. Thomas Tuchel's side take on Sebastian de Sabre's side, and this is no walk in the park for either side. Both sides will know that they are up against, well, possibly not the tournament favourites, but sides that could go a long way. England's record against African opponents is pretty dismal, to say the least, and there are names, household names, from the English Premier League that will be playing in the side from Congo. The anthem is being bellowed out at the moment, and hopefully you are going to enjoy this last 32 knockout match. Remember, it has to be settled on the night, and it will go to extra time and penalties if needed. And remember, so far in this tournament we have lost the likes of the Netherlands in penalties, and also we saw the might of another penalty shootout go the opposite way early doors in the last 32 as well. It is all sky blue for the Democratic Republic of Congo today. That's sky blue shirts, shorts and socks, and it is all white for the England side as we get ready. The two sides making their way through. Just remember, make sure you're watching the game through your local TV broadcaster, national, regional or local if you can. But as I say, this is an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this match between England and the Congo. Two sides will be gracing the turf very, very shortly here indeed. Just going through their preliminaries and, of course, just going through their team photographs. Just to let you know, we'll go through those teams for you in just a moment. A few changes for both sides, and it is a warm night in the Atlanta Stadium today. Interestingly enough, lots of talk before today's game regarding the right back berth for England with people out. Let's have a little look at our officials today. Adham Mohamed Tuma Makabdeh is our referee from Jordan, and he is assisted by Mohamed Al-Khalaf on one flank, and he'll also be assisted on the other side of Ahmad Moanes Nadi Al-Rual on the other side, and the fourth official is from Saudi Arabia, and that's Khaled Saneh. He is there as well. VAR is in operation, and we'll be having a little look at what goes on the field of play. Now, I need to paint a picture in your mind's eye of the pitch that I can see in just a moment. Let's run through the England lineup. Jordan Pickford in goal, a back four from left to right of Nico O'Reilly, Mark Gahey, Ezri Konsa, and Jed Spence comes in at right back. Two holding midfielders recalled again, Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson, and the three behind Harold Kane. At the top of the park is Marcus Rashford, Jude Bellingham, and Noni Madueke. That is your lineup. Don't forget, plenty of cover on the bench as well, although some of those players may be nursing a little bit of a knock. Right, and Mpassi is in goal for Congo. It is a back four from right to left of Wan-Bissaka and Mbemba, Tuanzebe and Mazawaku. They have two holding midfielders in Mukau and Mutasami. The three behind Simpenga at the top of the park are Sadiki, Mbuku and Yohan Wissa. They are your two sides that are lining up in this tournament game, the last 32 here at the Atlanta Stadium. It's a wraparound stadium. It's a bowl shape in Atlanta, as I say, the 12th biggest in the United States of America. And this is where life becomes a little bit 120 minutes max, and maybe penalties after that. You are, as I say, listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between England and Congo, and you are available, if you can, make sure you're watching the game through your local, regional, national TV broadcaster, and you can do so. But if you're staying with me, nice to have you along. Hope you're going to enjoy the dulcet tones of myself. And England, as I say, all white, and the Democratic Republic of Congo in all sky blue. As I gaze down at the pitch, the two technical areas are on this near side of the pitch, and it's England that will be defending the goal away to my right-hand side as I face the pitch in the first half. England take the kick-off, roll the ball back to Jordan Pickford, 12, 18 yards outside his penalty area, smites a left-footed ball up towards the edge of the box. Kane goes up. Big header away at the heart of defence by Mbemba. And on the far side of the pitch, Congo try and clear their lines, but Mazuaku can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a throw this time to England, about 3 yards away from the corner flag, defended by Arthur Mazuaku. Thrown backwards to Anderson. Back down the line it goes. Chance here for Spence. Spence looks for a run down the line. Rice has got him behind. Can he keep the ball in play? The answer to that is no. And the flag a little bit delayed in clearing. Just enticed Harry Kane in to try and block the clearance, and the ball is ricocheted away. Goal kick to Congo. And it is going to be interesting. Axel Tuanzebe, Burnley. We can talk about Noah Sadiki. He's also from Sunderland. We can talk about Johan Vista, formerly of Brentford, and of course now Newcastle United, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Manchester United, and West Ham United in the Championship now, although he has played for Crystal Palace on loan as well. So quite a bit of Premier League nous there. Ball goes down the line, blocked by O'Reilly, throw to Congo, midway inside their own half. Aaron Wan-Bissaka in front of Thomas Tuchel, who stands in the technical area to the left of the halfway line, throws it down the line, and it's turned infield by Mbuku. Back it goes this time to Tuanzebe. It's square to Mazuaku. Mazuaku up to the halfway line, picked off this time and into the feet of Vissa. Vissa back to the halfway line. Congo knocking the ball around quite nicely here as Tuanzebe feeds Mbemba. Mbemba comes up towards the halfway line and with the right foot sweeps the ball over the top of the Mark Gahey. Vissa's in behind, just down the side of the England penalty area away to my right. Flag has gone up for offside though, and the Jordanian man hoists his flag on this near side to say that that was an offside to onside moment. And England go long, looking for Rashford, who's trying to run in behind Tuanzebe. These two, Wan-Bissaka, I should say, these two used to be former teammates at Manchester United. Rashford back to Kane. Kane trying to twist away. Excellent bit of defensive work by Mukau. Near side of the ball is played back by Mukau into the feet on the edge of the 18-yard box of Mbemba. Mbemba to Tuanzebe. This is Congo's penalty area away to my left-hand side. Ball goes forward. This time a little bit of a twist and a turn by Noah Sadiki, and the ball is finally cleared out of play off the body of Noni Madueke on the far side, and it's going to be a throw to Congo midway inside their own half. Congo defend the goal away to my left-hand side, and Mazuaku throws the ball back to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe turns it back into his penalty area where Mpazi Nazau thumps it long. That's the goalkeeper for Congo. Halfway line, headed forward by O'Reilly. Little knee down by Rashford, who's assaulted his player in front of him, although Jude Bellingham has a few words with the referee. He tried to get the ball away from Mpazi Nazau, and just moments ago I'd say he was just a fraction off of blocking that ball. Ball's back in play on this near side. Again, hard work on this near side. Back it goes to Mbemba to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe forward, and coming short this time was Mutasami, who plays it all the way back to his keeper Mpazi Nazau. And he plays it out on this near side where Mbemba plays it back to his keeper Mpazi. Side of the pitch, now the drive forward by Tuanzebe up to the halfway line. Congo drive towards that goal away to my right hand side, which is defended by England. 4 minutes on the clock here. Good crossfield ball finds Wan-Bissaka, chests it down across O'Reilly, plays it in field, but gives the ball away to Harry Kane on the halfway line. Kane looks down the England right hand side. Madueke gets in behind on the far side, pulls the ball down, can't quite get it under control. He's just tracked out by Mazawaku, rolls it back to Anderson. Anderson 8 yards outside the Congo penalty area, away to my right. To O'Reilly, to Rice. Rice up to the edge of the box, little layout on this near side to Rashford, 12 yards from the dead ball line. Curls the ball deep across the face of goal. No real danger there. And it curls away on the far side of Mpazi's goal. And it is indeed a goal kick. England 0, Congo 0. You are listening to an independent studio based off tube commentary of the match between England and Congo. The last 32 of the tournament that is going on here from the Atlanta Stadium. And don't forget, you can indeed follow the match on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster as well. If you can't make that, then it's nice to have you along. Ball forward into the feet and back it goes, this time to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe held up by Kane, has to go back to his keeper Mpazi. Mpazi out on the left of his penalty area, away to my left hand side, thumped the ball up, and this time it is over the head of Jed Spence and tied it up with Konza to Gehi. Gehi finds Rice. Rice is right on the lip of the centre circle on the England side of the pitch, which is to the right of the halfway line as I face it. Played out to the right back, Spence. Spence into the feet, can't quite find Bellingham. And this time, easy bit of work for Congo to tidy up midway inside their own half, which is to the left of the halfway line. Mbemba out on this near side to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka turns it into the middle of the park, and one person who's catching my eye already, getting involved with a lot of football, is Mbuku. Round the corner it goes from Mbuku, this time played into the feet of Mutasami. Mutasami back to this near side. Little dancing feet on this near side by Macau, and Macau sees the ball go to play for a Congo throw, just about on the halfway line. Wan-Bissaka throws it back into his own half, which is to the left of the halfway line for Congo. Finds the feet of Mbemba. Mbemba across to Tuanzebe, and Tuanzebe gets the ball out on the far side. Mazawaku down the line will receive the ball back from Mbuku. Into the feet it goes in the middle of the park by Visser. Visser tries to play it down that far touchline. Spence holds his man up and the ball is returned to the halfway line where Mutasami plays it square, 4 yards inside the England half, which is to the right of the halfway line, and a crossfield ball is found. A spare man for Congo in the box. First time shot, and it's 1-0 straight away. What a finish that is as well. It is a goal by Brian Simpenga. Inside of 7 minutes, he's flashed the ball across the face of the goal, in past the short side of Jordan Pickford's net, down to his right-hand side, and Congo take the lead on 7 minutes. And it's Simpenga that has got the goal, and the ball found him coming in from the left-hand side, or the right for England, as Pickford in goal away to my right-hand side, and Congo a goal to the good. It is an absolute peach of a goal, that is. Lovely crossfield ball. Spence is dragged inside, finds Simpenga, who fires it low to Jordan Pickford's right-hand side, and it beats him, evades him low to his right-hand side, over by his right post and into the back of the net, on the angle from 12 yards. And it is England 0, Congo 1. And that will really set England hearts a little bit of a flutter here, because the first real action of the game comes from Simpenga, who gets his first goal in this tournament, and it is a cracking goal as well. A lovely crossfield ball by Mutasami. Dragged Jed Spence in. The run from Visser he tracked, but Simpemba just run round the outside, and it was an absolute cracking finish there by the man that's coming in from the left. Really was a fine finish. Jordan Pickford may well just wonder about his positioning there. But what a fine goal that was by Simpenga. England stung, Congo buoyed. Pickford this time. Thrust the long ball forward, and there's a bit of a clout between two players. Mazawaku and Mpazi. Mpazi's gone over the top of Arthur Matuascu and landed rather awkwardly, and we'll now get the trainer on for a bit of treatment. But here we are. You are listening to an independent studio based off tube commentary of the game between England and Congo, where the score is currently England 0, Congo 1, scored by Simpenga after just 7 minutes. You can follow the match on your local regional national TV broadcaster if required. But it has to be said that Congo took the lead. Spence was dragged inside by Visser, left a gaping hole for Simpenga to come in. He's 8 yards out on the angle, literally draw a line from Pickford's right-hand side through the angle of the 6-yard box where the side and the top meets it. And it is rifled in, right-footed, low to Jordan Pickford's right. He's beaten on his short side, and if I'm totally honest with you, as a keeper, he's not going to be happy with that finish at all. And the England fans have their heads in their hands, and they'll be hoping very much that Jordan Pickford could have had the ball in his hands. Congo lead, only real chance of the game after 7 minutes, and it's been put away. And that gives Congo something to hang their hats on, but they don't look in the mood currently in this game to sit back on it. They have the ball on this near side, and Mbemba goes all the way back to the keeper, Mpasi spreads the ball out to Mazawaku. Congo defend the goal away to my left-hand side. England defend the goal away to my right-hand side. Back out on this near side to Mbemba. Infield it goes to Mutasami. Mutasami, short ball, coming forward to receive the ball into feet is Sadiki. Sadiki out to the left back and played down the right of England's defence, but straight out of play, and a little bit of hand-holding there by Mazawaku because the ball's flushed past him and out of play for a throw to England. 10 minutes on the clock here in this last 32 match between England and Congo, and it's currently England 0, Congo 1. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between England and Congo, currently 1-0 to Congo from the stadium in Atlanta. You can follow this match on your local regional national TV broadcaster, but if you can't and you're listening to me, thank you for joining me. And at the moment, England are up against it, and Congo are absolutely sailing away with this game. One chance in the game taken beautifully by Brian Simpenga on 7 minutes, found beautifully by Mutasami with a crossfield ball. Bellingham inside the centre circle, England's side of the pitch, which is the right of the halfway line. Short ball to Konza. Konza square to the left side of centre half. Gehi. Gehi to Rice. Rice on the halfway line, being tracked across the field of play by Mbuku. Plays it across now to Spence. Spence drives down the line. Short ball to Madueke. Madueke to Bellingham. Bellingham back to the halfway line to Konza. Konza into the centre circle on the Congo side of the pitch, which is to the left of the halfway line. Anderson to Gehi. Gehi to O'Reilly. O'Reilly out on this near side of Rashford. Back it goes to Gehi, and O'Reilly takes over 12 yards inside the half of Congo. Turns it back infield towards the halfway line where Anderson plays it square to Konza. Konza through a hole to Bellingham. Bellingham with a chance to turn. Flicks it with the outside of his right boot. Finds the right back Spence. Spence down looking for the run in behind. It was Madueke, I apologise, that slipped the ball through. Ball goes out of play by Tuanzebe. Throw 17 yards from the corner flag defended by Mazawaku, the left back of Congo. Spence has the ball in his hands. Throws it back along the floor to Konza. He lets it run across his body. England found trying to break down the Ghanaian low block difficult, but now they find another African nation, a goal up, and possibly looking at a low block as well. Konza down the line finds Spence. Spence comes infield, back to Konza. Konza back out on the far side, finds Madueke. Madueke cuts in from that far touchline, midway inside the Congo half. Held up all the time, turns a little layup to Bellingham. Bellingham down the line finds Spence. Spence has to pirouette and go back to Bellingham. Bellingham steps over Simpenga in front of him. The goal scorer plays it back to the lip of the centre circle on the Congo side of the pitch to Gehi. Gehi out to the left back O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Rashford. Rashford cuts inside of Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is still there though. Forces him infield and backwards to Gehi. Gehi square to Konza. Konza out on the far side finds Madueke. Madueke's going to take on Mazawaku. Comes back infield. Lovely drag back away from one. Clips the ball up deep. O'Reilly brings it down on the edge of the box. Turns it back to Gehi. Gehi out to Rashford. Rashford slips it down the line to Rice. Rice with a cross into the box. Blocked by the legs of Mutasami. First corner of the game goes the way of England. But the first goal of the game goes the way of Congo. Goal away to my left-hand side, and Mpasi Nazau will look out to his right-hand side. Corner to England. coming here in the 14th minute of the game. England need to get back on level terms. Crossed in, it's a deep one round the back, evades everybody and goes out of play. Bellingham can't keep it in play. Depends which where your emotions lie here. If you're an England fan, England have got to get back into the game. If you're a Congo fan, that last comment by your commentator is totally irrelevant. You are, as I say, listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between England and the DR Congo, who lead by a goal to nil on 7 minutes from Simpenga. Make sure, though, you can watch the game if you can through your local broadcaster, and you can follow the match on your local regional national TV broadcaster at any time. Ball into the England half. Anderson gets away from Simpenga. Little layout this time to Madueke. Madueke waits for Spence to go beyond him. Cuts in field, midway inside the Congo half. Faced by Simpenga. Rolls the ball back to Gehi. Gehi, little toe out now on this near side to Bellingham. Bellingham flicks it with the outside of his boot right across the face. A goal too long, too strong, and out of play for a goal kick. But England have certainly picked up the pace since falling a goal behind here. Lovely crossfield ball, big diagonal. Jed Spence, the right back for England, taken in by the run of Johan Visser, and coming in behind was Brian Simpenga. Chested it down, or brought it down 8 yards out on the angle and fired it past Jordan Pickford, who, when he looks back, won't want to be looking at it with too many glassy eyes, because I tell you what, he went down to his right hand side and it was on the short side of his goal and it went through his right arm. Konza. Spence 6 yards shy of the halfway line, plays it up and over into the half of Congo to Madueke. Madueke plays it down, good run by Spence through the channel. Spence crosses the ball in, little deflection, headed away this time by Mutasami. Picked up by Anderson, 12 yards inside the Congo half. Square ball to Gehi. Gehi goes back out right hand side, chance again to be brought down, this time by Jed Spence. Infield to Bellingham. Bellingham faced by Mutasami. Plays it back out on the far side of Madueke. Madueke breaking down the right for England. Holds up, doesn't go and take his man on. You want your wingers to go outside your men. Back it goes to Konza. Konza Bellingham. Bellingham Anderson. Anderson Rice. Rice cuts inside. Reverse ball finds O'Reilly. O'Reilly will look out left side to Rashford. Rashford right foot ball into the box. Good, up goes Bellingham. Big punch away this time by Mpasi. Brought down by the goal scorer Simpenga, who tries to twist away from Madueke, catches a little bit of bodily contact and goes down. Just to remind you here as we go into the 17th minute, it is England 0, Democratic Republic of Congo 1. Goal scored on 7 minutes. Lovely crossfield ball by Mutasami. Spence dragged under the ball, chasing Visser in, and in behind came Brian Simpenga, brought it down to Pickford's right hand side, 8 to 10 yards out, rifled a shot low to Pickford's right on his short side of his goal, the left being the vacant side. It went past Pickford into the back of the net on 7 minutes for 1 goal to nil. Rice turns the ball around the corner. Kane gets the ball down, faced by two, gets it back to Anderson. Anderson tries to get it out down the right hand side to Madueke, who's on his heels, and the ball went the other side of him. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between England and Congo. Current score, England 0, Congo 1. We're into the 18th minute here. Don't forget you can make sure you can follow the match on your local regional national TV broadcaster. But if you're with me today, nice to have you along. Congo 1, England 0. Short pass forward, Mutasami. 6 yards shy of the halfway line, over the halfway line, 12 yards into the England half. Short ball this time. Picks up the feet of Umbuku. Umbuku out to Mazawaku. Down the line to Simpenga. Simpenga cuts inside of Spence. Got Rice in front. Short ball looking for Visser. Great block there by Gehi. Visser's gone down in a heap on the edge of the box. Spence is going to get dispossessed on the edge of the box by Simpenga if he's not careful. And Spence gets a little black heel on. Ball doesn't quite go out of play. Keeps it in place, saves the corner. And no Konza. Exchanging passes inside his own 18-yard box with Madueke, and Pickford plays it out to Anderson with a little bit of a hurried ball. Spence down the line. Congo with a good press here. Madueke and Spence have to clear the ball. Bellingham slips the ball forward to Rice. Rice won't get there. Wan-Bissaka dispossesses him on the halfway line. Bellingham with a rather strong challenge. He's going to get a yellow card for that. And Jude Bellingham picks up a yellow card for a rather heavy challenge. And Jude Bellingham, who's been one of the stars of the England World tournament campaign so far. He's just picked up his yellow card, 2 golden assists for Jude Bellingham in his 4 games so far. He's put himself a nice little yellow card in there as well. But at the moment, you have to say England showing a little bit of anxiety, having fallen behind. Ball goes in towards Johan Wesser, who goes down under a little bit of a strong challenge. And it is indeed the yellow card going in for Jude Bellingham. But anything can happen in this tournament when you get to the last 32. And as we've already seen, Holland out to Morocco, or should I say the Netherlands. Holland is just a county in the Netherlands, believe it or not. And we've seen the German side disappear as well on penalties. So a lot of people can fall. And of course, Italy didn't even make this tournament. So big names are going, but France and Brazil have negotiated their passage through to the last 16. Knocked forward by Jordan Pickford, doesn't find Bellingham, goes straight out of play. And frustration is the key word here at the moment for England. A little bit of anxiety, and Thomas Tuchel will need to try and get his side to relax a touch. Tuanzebe back to Mpazi across on this near side. Finds Mbemba under pressure from 2, steps away from 1, slips it out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka driving forward. Rashford gets back with a beautiful challenge and gets the ball down. Good footwork on this near side, but the second challenge from Rashford on Mbuku is not deemed as legal by our referee today. And a free kick is awarded to Congo about 4 yards inside their half, which lays to the left of the halfway line. From an England fan's perspective, I will say at the moment there is fight and desire from England, if not the right balance. It's not a limp performance so far. They are desperately trying to get back in. Far side of the pitch, Simpenga turns it in field, but straight to Bellingham. Bellingham lets it run across his body. Over the halfway line he goes, clips it left-hand side, looking for Rashford. Too much strength on the pass from Jude Bellingham. 22nd minute of the game here. Just to inform you, you're listening to an independent studio based off tube commentary of the game between England and Congo in the last 32 of the tournament that is going on in the United States of America, Mexico and Canada. Thomas Tuchel makes notes on a scrap of paper down below us. Ball is on the halfway line. Mark Gahey to the left back. O'Reilly back to Gahey, 4 yards inside the Congo half. Back in field it goes, this time to Konza. Konza spreads the ball out down the England right. This time it's into the feet of Madueke. Madueke versus Masuaku. Surely he must be able to do the ageing veteran for pace. 32 years of age now, Arthur Masuaku. A spell at West Ham United, and Marcus Rashford takes his eye off the ball there accidentally as the pass comes to him. You won't want to see that. That was a little bit like lift your foot up, spot the ball, put the X where the ball should have been, but it was out of play. It is time for the fluids to be taken on, and one has to say that the reflection on chances and statistical prowess goes the way of Democratic Republic of Congo here. The only real chance of the game. 7 minutes. Mutasami. Crossfield ball. Jed Spence, the right back from England, tracked the run of Johan Wesser. Coming in behind him is the wide left attacking midfielder Brian Simpenga. Brings the ball down on the angle across to Jordan Pickford's right-hand side in the goal away to my right-hand side. Flashes a ball that bisects the corner of the 6-yard box to Jordan Pickford's right-hand side. And on the right-hand side of his goal, the short side, he drives it through past the arm of Pickford for 1-0. England have yet to fashion a chance in this game and are showing signs of anxiety. It really was a beautifully well-worked move. But Jordan Pickford will feel quite desperate that that ball has got past into his right-hand side for flashing right foot shot. He's got a bit of right hand to it, but not enough to keep it out of play. And that is where the goal is. The only goal of this game. England fans a little dumbfounded. There'll be a few of the England fans that are inside the Atlanta Stadium here. They would have been thinking that this was just aside from the continent of Africa. We should be able to decide our own fate in this game, and Thomas Tuchel will be looking across now at Sebastian Desabre, who's given his side a little bit of a pep talk on the touchline during this fluid intake break, as I'd like to call it. Remember, you can watch this game through your local TV broadcaster or follow the match on your local regional national TV broadcaster. You don't have to listen to my dulcet tones, but thank you very much for coming along and joining me. This is an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between England and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Well, the fluid intake is on. The England fans are sat down, perplexed by what they're seeing. It's been a little bit of a spirited comeback from England, but when you get into these tournaments and when you get into the final 32s, when you get into the final 16s, you can't afford to make mistakes. And one mistake that has come the way of the match so far has been Jordan Pickford's, one would say. Here, look at it, and you know, I'm no goalkeeper, but he really won't want to see that back flashed in by his right-hand side on the near side. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's got to get the game going. Midway inside the Congo half, throws it up to the halfway line, headed infield by O'Reilly, hooked on by Rice, headed on by Bellingham. Good header away this time by Mbemba, gets it away from Kane, but England pick up the piece on the halfway line. Gehi to Konza ball over the head of Mazawaku. Madueke's got him behind now. Can he get away? Goes down under a challenge by Mazawaku. A little too easy there. Noni Madueke. Referee having nothing to do with it. Ball goes forward. Spence and Simpenga battling away just inside the England half. Spence turns it down the line. Mazawaku picks up the pieces. Goes inside to Mutasami. Mutasami and Visser exchange passes. Back it goes to Mazawaku on the far side of the pitch. Our referee today, Adam Mohamed Tuma Mohamede, is certainly keeping a tight rein on this at the moment, but it's Congo that look and are playing with real confidence in this game. Just the one yellow card issued to a rather leery challenge from Jude Bellingham as Noni Madueke pulled the ball away from Arthur Mazawaku, who just put his arms across the body onto the chest, and Noni Madueke went down. We're getting to see the replay, which generally means that VAR have looked at it and said, no, there wasn't enough contact there. Far side of the pitch, long ball into the half of England. Spence up to the halfway line. Gets away from Simpenga. He's got to take on 2 or 3 steps away from Mazawaku. Gets away, though, from the next one, but he can't get away from the next challenge. And our referee is going to admonish the player, and that is Noah Siddiqui from Sunderland, with a card that is of a similar colour to the referee's jersey, shirt. Siddiqui gets a yellow card, and it's going to be a free kick to England. They could have whipped this into the penalty area. Good work by Jed Spence. Skinned Mazawaku. Siddiqui knew he had to stop him. Couldn't get there, and down he went. Good run from the right back, the rampage in Jed Spence. Before anybody's thoughts about Trent Alexander-Arnold not being here. He isn't here, so we can't talk about what he would have given the side or what he might have given the side, because he's just not here. Free kick, Siddiqui gets his second yellow card of the tournament here. Crossed into the box, beats one, beats two, deflects off the body of Ezri Konza, who knew absolutely nothing about it, and it balloons wide of Mpazi Nazal's left-hand post with everybody flat-footed. The delivery from Rice was low, and it just literally cleared 2 heads. Konza stood there, and it rattled into his right knee and ballooned almost towards the top left-hand corner of the Congolese net. Bellingham's on the ball. England would love to get a riposte. Congo would love to keep this to 0 and go into the second half. Madueke taking on Mazawaku. Low ball into the box. This time cleared by Axel to Nzabi. Throw to England. 17 yards away from the corner flag, defended by Mazawaku, the left back. Taken quickly by Spence to Madueke. Madueke back to Anderson. Anderson into the feet of Rice. Rice out to Spence. Spence's first touch a little heavy. Has to go back to Anderson. Action inside the Congolese half, which is to the left of the halfway line. Back from Rice to Anderson. Anderson midway inside the Congo half. Short pass back to the lip of the centre. Look on the Congo side of the pitch to Konza. Konza to Rice. Back to Konza, who retreats to 4 yards inside the Congo half. Back out it goes to Madueke. Madueke's got to run inside. Drives inside onto his left foot. Doesn't want it. Plays it back to Rice. Rice this time delivers. Chance here for Bellingham. Great save there. Away to his left-hand side by Mpazi. Bellingham headed from whence it came, but this time maybe if we could be picky with Jude Bellingham, and I don't wish to say I can because I'm nowhere on his levels here in terms of footballing prowess. If it had gone to the ground, he might have got that past Mpazi, but it was a beautiful height for Mpazi to go to his left and palm the ball away. But a lovely cross by Rice, headed goalwards there by Bellingham. England still come forward again. There was a real chance there on 30 minutes for Bellingham from the cross from Rice. Rice on this near side, plays it to Rashford. Rashford looks and faces up to Wan-Bissaka, slips the ball back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Anderson, 12 yards outside the Congo penalty area. Back out on this near side. England attacking the goal away to my left-hand side in this first half as I face the pitch. Into the feet of Rice. Rice back out to Rashford. Rashford back to Anderson. England playing with a bit of purpose. Good run by Rashford. Gets in behind Wan-Bissaka. Can't quite keep the ball as it came over his shoulder in play when he brought it down, but that was a superb attack just moments ago. Lovely right-footed cross by Declan Rice on 30 minutes. Bellingham in between the two centre-halves. Maybe, if I'm being picky, headed it up towards the left of Mpazi, who palmed the ball away. If he's gone goalwards or down to the ground, he might have got it into the back of the net, but who am I, as I say, to pick on that? It remains here as we go into the 31st minute here in the Atlanta Stadium in this last 32 tie in the tournament that is going on in the United States, Mexico and Canada. England 0, Democratic Republic of Congo 1. Goal scored by Brian Simpenga on 7 minutes. Since then, England have tried to take the game to Congo, but Congo have thwarted everything that have come their way. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between England and Congo. And don't forget, you can follow the game or watch the game through your local TV broadcaster as well. But if you're staying with me here, thank you very much. Wan-Bissaka near side of the pitch. Down the side of the England penalty area, which is away to my right-hand side. Short pass back to Tuanzebe. Back it comes this time to Mukau. Mukau back to the halfway line. Mbemba, crossfield ball, right to left. Simpenga is the target, brings it down, runs now, level the 18-yard box of England away to my right, trying to take on Spence, got two doubled up, gets outside of Spence, down to the dead ball line, pulls the ball back, headed away by Gehi, and inside his own penalty area, hooking it over his shoulder is Kane, the captain of England. England under a bit of pressure. Sadiki wins it back. Back it goes to Masawaku down the far side of the pitch, down the side of the England penalty area to the right of Pickford's goal. Simpenga with a shot goes across the face of goal. There comes a rather rampaging and loud Jordan Pickford, because once again England have found it very difficult to handle the left attacking midfielder. Remember, 33 minutes on the clock, roughly about 30, because we've had a fluid break as Bellingham gets the ball and goes over the halfway line. Down the right-hand side, touchline he goes to Madueke. Madueke back to Bellingham. Bellingham inside finds Anderson. Anderson right to left ball looking for Rashford. Rashford beaten in the air though by a covering Wan-Bissaka. Throw on this near side. Rashford takes it quickly back to Rice. There is an urgency about England, but there isn't a creativity at the moment. Just that one beautiful cross by Rice, headed goalwards by Bellingham, saved by Mpazi in goal for Congo. Otherwise, it's been a pretty solid citizen guard by Congo in front of their 18-yard box. Gehi square to Konza. Konza 12 yards inside the half of Congo. Congo defend the goal away to my left. Out it goes on the far side, and Madueke goes outside his man, crosses the ball in towards the penalty spot, headed away by Tuanzebe, headed back in by Anderson. Riley tries to win the ball back, fouls his man in doing so. Free kick to Congo just outside their penalty area, away to my left-hand side. It is, as I say, if you've covered many England games, and I have done in the past, sometimes it's a little bit of a limp effort from England to try and break things down, but you can see that they've upped their urgency. But their urgency may well have been upped. But Congo has certainly dealt with everything so far in this game. Far side of the pitch. Throw in on the far side of the pitch. Madueke, who's up against the 32 years of age Arta Masawaku. You'd fancy he'd have a go at him in a foot race. Thrown forward. Visser tries to keep the ball going forward. England get a foot in. Visser clears it out on the far side. Throw on the halfway line. Far side of the pitch. That's the England right back. Jed Spence, who has the ball in his hands. Wants some movement. Can't see anything. Good marking here from Congo. He has to throw it back into his own half. The Conjure, who lets it run across his body, then plays the ball square to Jordan Pickford on the edge of the 18-yard box, away to my right-hand side. Pickford, short pass, left-footed, instep to Gehi. Gehi out to the left-sided attacking midfielder. Rashford clips the ball over the top, brought down by Harry Kane on the edge of the box. Harry Kane, right foot shot, great block this time by Tuanzebe. Ball squirts away far side of the pitch. Masawako's beaten by Madueke. Madueke's down to the dead ball line, plays it back as an knee comes in. Shot goes in this time by Rashford, blocked on the line by Wan-Bissaka. England getting a little closer. Still they come forward. Konza to Gehi. Gehi out to Rashford, who thought he'd scored, but it was the knees on the goal line this time of Wan-Bissaka that blocked the ball. So 2 good chances for England, but still it remains England 0, Congo 1. 36 minutes on the clock, far side of the pitch. Great work by Madueke. Steps inside, plays it out to Spence. Spence 8 yards from the dead ball line. Fires the ball in, balloons off of Masawaku, pumped away by Mpasi. Mpasi gets the ball to Madueke, who turns, spins and shoots. This time it's blocked by Sadiki. England certainly mounting a head of steam now, late on in the first half of this last 32 tie in this tournament held here in USA, Mexico, and of course Canada. Tuanzebe takes the ball off the toes, running back to his own dead ball line, away to my left-hand side, and thumped away this time by Tuanzebe. Halfway line, Rice tidies up and plays it inside. Well, England have certainly upped the urgency, that is for sure. O'Reilly gets the ball from Gehi out to Rashford. Rashford for the underlapping run of O'Reilly. O'Reilly tries to chop inside of Mutasami. Mutasami goes down with the merest of touches there. Thomas Tuchel has got a difficult one now to try and deal with as we start to move towards the half-time block, because simply his side have upped their tempo, and Congo are at the moment, with Axel Tuanzebe blocking Kane's shot and then Rashford's shot being blocked by the legs of Wan-Bissaka on the touchline, upping the ante. But Congo are dealing with it. Ball in the middle of the park. Bellingham out to the far side. Madueke gets away from one. Can he get away from Masawaku? No, he can't. It's just having a little look. Madueke is down holding his shins, and the referee has indeed given a throw. Doesn't think it was a foul there. Back in play we go. Simpenga takes on Spence, cuts inside, but goes away from the England penalty area, which is away to my right-hand side. Sadiki, little give and go, far side of the pitch, and Congo hold the ball on the halfway line. Tuanzebe square to the right-sided centre half. Played out on this near side. This time coming in. Mbuku down the line to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka scoops the ball into Visser. Visser back to Mbuku. Flag is up for offside. Taken quickly by Gehi. Gehi to Rashford. Chance for England to break up and over the halfway line. Charging forward now. Rashford. Rashford versus Mutasami. Mutasami with a toe in. Rashford goes down. I could be interested in that one. Free kick has been given by our referee. Chance for England to load the penalty area. And this time Mutasami pleads his innocence. Rashford got there first. Oh, and in fairness, I don't think Mutasami touched Rashford. Rashford's gone down with a clear bit of daylight there. If you're a cricketer and you've been given out for edging that through to the keeper, you're going to be mightily disappointed. But the free kick has been awarded, and Declan Rice will be taking it. He's 12 yards away from the dead ball line of Congo, away to my left-hand side. He's going to sweep this in with his right boot under the crossbar of Mpasi Nazau. It is a really big moment in the game here. 39th minute, Declan Rice to deliver. Line being held 8 yards out here. Rice delivers a low flat ball in. It's a rather poor one. Good work by O'Reilly. Ball is cleared by Congo. Chance for Rice to pick up the pieces. Plays it to Anderson. Anderson playing down the left now. Cups in on his right. Goes back to Declan Rice. England need to just tease an opening. They've found a couple of openings. Good ball through this time into the feet of Bellingham. Bellingham turns it out on the far side. Madueke cuts into the box onto his left foot. Can't get the shot off, blocked by Mazuaku. And now Simpenga carries the ball up to the halfway line. Faced by Spence, slips it in for Visser. Visser on a charge through into a space behind the right back of England. Spence up to the edge of the England penalty area. Crossfield ball goes in. O'Reilly with the header away before Mbuku can get there. Wan-Bissaka picks up the bits. Mbuku, near side of the pitch, plays it into the England box. Headed away by Konza. Not really well. Anderson gets it away. Rashford gets it further away. Mutasami plays it back down the side of the England penalty area, down the left, away to my right-hand side. Mbuku crosses the ball in, comes off the body over O'Reilly. First corner this time to Congo in this first half, coming here in the 40th minute of the game. And once again, it is turning out to be a little bit of again, there's a handball gone up by Sadiki, but I don't think he knew a great deal about it. If I was going to get that given against me, even if I'm English or Congolese, I would be very disappointed. Not going to be given. Ball goes in by Mbuku. Front post header away from this corner by Anderson. Headed away again on the edge of the box, but Congo pick up the pieces. Wan-Bissaka, near side of the pitch, picks up Simpenga. Crossfield ball into the box, headed away this time by Mark Gahey. Congo will pick up the pieces. Deep block here by England. 41st minute of the game here. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between England and Congo, which Congo lead by a goal to nil, scored by Simpenga on 7 minutes. Chances for England since, but haven't been taken. Bellingham's header finally saved by Mpasi. And off the line by the knees of Wan-Bissaka from Marcus Rashford just about 6 minutes ago. Congo dealing with things very, very well. Bellingham with a nice little turn in the middle of the England half, gets fouled. It's going to be, you feel, a lot of pressure coming from England as Bellingham takes this ball and sweeps it away. England defend the goal away to my right in this first half here at the Atlanta Stadium. Don't think you can follow the game on your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. Spence tries to play the ball in, comes off the feet there of the covering to Nzabi, and then off Spence, and out of play for a goal kick to Congo away to my left-hand side. Eagle-eyed spot on this near side. I think the chances are going to come, and they've got to get, if you're an England fan, they've got to get Madueke going against Mazuaku. Remember no Bukayo Saka today, fresh and ready for the last game, but perhaps not ready for this game is the inherent theory. Wan-Bissaka's going to put this ball into the England box. It's missed by Johan Visser, and to be perfectly honest, he's got across the body there, and Johan Visser, only he will know how he's missed that ball in by Aaron Wan-Bissaka from 4 yards out. He's put it wide of Jordan Pickford's goal. The cross came in from Wan-Bissaka, flicked off of Nico O'Reilly, and Wan-Bissaka side-footed it past, and he glanced it off the outside of Jordan Pickford's left post. Well, Visser hitting the post there. That came from absolutely nowhere on 42. Still remains here. England 0, Congo 1. Bellingham slips the ball through looking for Kane. Kane's got into the box, goes over the diving keeper, and Mpasi, referee says it's a dive, no penalty, and I have to agree with our referee there. It looked to me as though Harry Kane saw the keeper coming and big dive over the top to evade him, but unfortunately he made it rather theatrical for your commentator here. And instead of waiting for the contact, great ball by Bellingham. Kane turned it past the keeper. I've got to see this one again because it did look a rather theatrical dive hit. No, there's contact. I think this is a penalty. There's a shin contact and Mpasi gets hold of him. Yet Kane maybe makes it look a little theatrical, but I'm telling you what, there is contact. It'll be down to the fourth official now to say whether this is right or wrong. The referee said it was a dive. The referee indicating here that he's going to have to go to his earpiece. Adham Mohamed Tuma Makhadme is having a little bit of a listen now. He may be asked to go and have a look. At first it looks as though the referee is stuck to his decision here. not enough from the VAR to say the contact was there. And I, at first thought it was rather theatrical from Harry Kane. On second glance, I did see that Mpasi caught the shin of Harry Kane. Interesting. I thought this was going to be a penalty on review, but the referee has decided to stick for the on-field umpire's decision, as they say in Test match cricket around the world. Anderson over the halfway line. That is a talking point. Mpasi did catch it. Kane a little theatrical with the dive over the arm, and that's what's possibly gone against him. Well, we've got some talking points for the next fluid intake break, but at the moment it remains here on 45. Good ball this time by Rashford. Rice tries to get in behind, gets into the penalty area, forced away from goal. Back it goes to Rashford. Rashford in on his right foot, back to his left, tries to tiptoe through a rather closing down Congolese defence, and it's hacked away by Congo. We've got 14 seconds left of this first half, and you're listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this game between England and Congo. Congo lead by a goal to nil. Simpenga after 7 minutes. Madaweki taken on Mazuaki, gets it into the box, but it's rather harmlessly and easy going to be cleared by Mukau. Mukau out to Simpenga. Simpenga blocked by Anderson. That is a talking point. There's going to be 6 additional minutes to be added on here. Great ball by Bellingham to Kane. Kane saw the keeper come. The keeper tried to pull out, and Mbemba wanted a car, but I tell you what, it would have been very hard for Harry Kane to avoid that, even though the keeper had pulled out. That's one of those where it is down to interpretation. O'Reilly going back to his own penalty area, slips the ball back under pressure on this near side by Mbuku. Back to Pickford away to my right-hand side. So we got 6 additional minutes to play here at the end of the first half. 3 minutes of that was for the fluid intake break as Madaweki receives the ball just on the halfway line. Back to Jed Spence. Spence inside to Anderson. Anderson, a little pirouette away from Visser. Visser, who glanced the ball off the outside of the post just moments ago for Congo. Could have been 2-0. Rice from Anderson to O'Reilly to Rashford. Down the line it goes. Underlapping run here by O'Reilly. O'Reilly crosses the ball in. Blocked by the covering player from Congo. Throw for England down by the corner flag, away to my left hand side, thrown back by O'Reilly to Rice. Rice to Konza. Konza out to Madaweki. Madaweki keeping the field wide, crosses the ball in, glancing header. What a save by Mpasi, this time from Jude Bellingham. What a save that is. Clip back in, catches it as the second attempt, and I tell you what, Mpasi Nazar has made 2 saves from Bellingham headers now that really, that one defies anything. He's glanced it across the face. It's coming from Bellingham's left-hand side. He's glanced it to Mpasi's right. It's just an instinctive save by Mpasi this time, late on in the first half. Well, you're going to have to say that if Congo go through, and there's a long way to go here, they have got to thank their keeper, because Mpasi Nazar has saved twice from Jude Bellingham, one from across from Declan Rice and one there from across from Madaweki. That second one is really just sheer instinct away to his right-hand side. And he's even managed to get the ball away from Rashford. Ball goes forward again. Rashford gets the ball down by the dead ball line of Congo, away to my left. Back it goes to O'Reilly. Jude Bellingham must be wondering what he's got to do to score a goal. Turns into Mutasami. Mutasami clears the ball forward. Congo try and come away. A little bit of a break here going forward. A little layoff inside his own half there by Mukau. Mukau finds Visser. Visser out to Simpenga. Up to the edge of the England box. Away to my right. Takes it over the head of Jed Spence. Hooked away by Konza. Into the 3rd minute. Almost the 4th minute of a minimum of 6 to be added. Congo 1. England 0. Rice. Square border Kane. Kane, who thought he had a penalty, plays it out now on the far side. Madaweki's going to take on Mazuaku. Madaweki slips the ball back to Kane. Kane, little drag back, can't get away from Mutasami. Gets the ball back under control and plays it out to the England right attacking midfielder, who's Madaweki. Level the 18-yard box of Congo. Tries to run round Mazuaku, but he's helped out back there this time by Mukau. Mazuaku. And of course, going forward, Congo get the throw on the far side. Anderson's slightly perturbed by the fact that the linesman on the far side gives it the way of Congo. Congo have been under incessant pressure here. They've broken out twice, scored a goal from Simpenga on 7 and grazed the post with Visser just moments ago. But Bellingham with 2 headers, which have been fine saves from Umpasi, who's on the ball now for Congo in goal. Spreading the ball out on this near side by Mbaku forward. England try to win the ball back. Nice bit of footwork on this near side by Mbuku. Mbuku plays it out far side now. The charge is on for Macau to Simpenga. Simpenga plays it in, blocked by the legs of Spence and tied it up as the flag goes up for offside on the far side of the pitch, away to my right hand side. 50th minute of the game. We're going to go into 50 as we just get a glance on our replay monitors here of that save by Umpasi. What a save it was too. Jude Bellingham picks him up off the floor as the ball came back in afterwards to say, how did you get to that? Madueke, far side of the pitch, midway inside the Congolese half, which is to the left of the halfway line, plays it to Bellingham. Bellingham comes in field, plays it to O'Reilly. Not the greatest pass. O'Reilly scurries towards this near touchline underneath the camera vantage point. Rashford to Rice. Rice to Bellingham. Bellingham steps inside, moves to Sami, cutting across the penalty area. Looks out right hand side. Scoops the ball out to Madueke. Madueke puts a deep ball into the back of the box. Rashford will try and get there. Wan-Bissaka heads the ball but not away. Bellingham takes over, trying to get away on this near side. Tackle comes in by Mbuku. It's a corner to England in the 51st minute, a minimum of 6 to be added on. Their second corner of this first half. How they would dearly love to make their way into the half-time break at 1 apiece. Well, they've certainly not gone rather limply towards the break. They have tried to get themselves back in this game, but Congo have been resolute with their defending. Umpazi Nazao looks out to his right. Goal away to my left-hand side. Got to be swung in by Declan Rice. Can England find an answer here? Rice with a deep ball across. Kane's at the back post. Rifles it in, I think, this time. Is that another save by Umpasi, or has that come off the post? But that is another terrific bit of Congolese defending. Umpasi now goes down. He wants treatment. Harry Kane thought he had a penalty earlier on after a challenge came in by Umpasi. Referee says that is half-time here in the Atlanta Stadium. And at the break, it is England 0. Congo 1. Kane with a volley. Oh, that's hit Umpasi right in the nether regions, right on the stroke of half-time. But Umpasi is thwarting England at every attempt here. Atlanta in the tournament, last 32. Congo 1, Simpenga on 7 minutes, England 0. Do join me for this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this match for the second. Hello, if you're just joining us, you are listening to an independent and studio-based off-tube commentary of the match here in that tournament in the last 32 from Atlanta. It is England versus the Democratic Republic of Congo, and at the break, after an eventful first 45 minutes, it's England 0, Congo 1. A goal scored on 7 minutes by Simpenga, on the short side of Jordan Pickford's goal from about 12 yards. Interesting things if you're either side of the divide in terms of being emotionally attached to either England or Congo. It is interesting that England haven't won a game in this tournament from behind since 1966. Well, all of those records are obviously there to be broken, and England will have to do that. Now, if you're a Congo fan and emotionally attached to the Congolese nation, congratulations, you're looking as though you could extend your lead. Let's just quickly run through this game for you at the moment. Remember, if you can watch the game through your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. But if you're with me here, thank you very much. It is, as I say, an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between England and Congo. Let's just run through some of those things that happened in the first half. Simpenga's goal came on 7 minutes. It was a fine strike, a lovely crossfield ball by Mutasami, who got the ball across. But Jed Spence was dragged inside by the run of Johan Visser, and Brian Simpenga was left in a lot of space. Brought the ball down and then flashed a right-footed shot, not across the face of Jordan Pickford's goal as he moved from his left to his right-hand post. He literally fired it into the low side. And talking of many things, it was a case that Jordan Pickford anticipated going across his body and didn't get down to his right-hand side quick enough, and it went through a rather weakened right arm. But since then, Jude Bellingham, header, brilliant header from across from Declan Rice, and that was saved by Mpasi in goal for Congo. Just moments later, Marcus Rashford fired a shot past the keeper. On the line was Aaron Wan-Bissaka's knees to block it. Then we had Harry Kane go down, and it looked as though Mpasi had caught him. Looked as though Kane was a little theatrical with a dive as he went forward, and the referee gave no penalty. It was checked by VAR, and the referee's decision was upheld. In between that, Johan Visser clipped the outside of Jordan Pickford's left post from 4 yards as a cross came in that deflected off of O'Reilly into his path. Then we saw Bellingham with another header flashing in, and this time Mpasi really with, in stoppage time, a superb save away to his right-hand side. And right on the stroke of half-time, a deep corner, the second of England's in the first half, found Kane on the volley, and he thrashed the ball goalwards for the last action of the half, which hit the nether regions of Mpasi Nzao in goal for Congo. Let's run through the sides for you. Let's start with Congo. They're playing in all sky blue and will defend the goal away to my right-hand side in the second half. Mpasi in goal. They have a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Mbemba, Tuanzebe and Mazuaku. Mutasami and Munkau are in the middle of the park, with Sadiki, Mbuku and Simpenga behind Visser at the top of the park. Their manager is Sebastian Desabre, the 49-year-old Frenchman. For England, Thomas Tuchel's side, it is Pickford in goal. It's a back four of O'Reilly, Gahey, Konza and Spence. Anderson and Rice holding midfielders, with Rashford, Bellingham and Madueke behind Harry Kane at the top of the park. Our referee and assistants today are all from Jordan. Our referee is Adam Mohamed Tuma Makhadme. He is in charge, and he is a man that is relying on his assistants. We were both, as I say, from Jordan, Mohamed Al-Khalaf, and he is joined by Ahmad Nadi Al-Rual, and fourth official is Khalid Sadeh. He is from Saudi Arabia. Just to reiterate, you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the England versus Congo match, the last 32 of that tournament, being held in the USA, Mexico and Canada. It is a kick-off. It's 1-0 to Congo as we start the second half. And England defend the goal away to my left and attack the goal away to my right. And conversely, it is the opposite way round we can say, for Congo in the all sky blue. England playing in all white. O'Reilly gets the ball down, lifts the long ball down the line towards Rashford, who can't keep the ball in play because it's right tight against the touchline on the far side of the pitch. And it's a throw taken quickly by Wan-Bissaka, back to Mbemba to Mpasi back to Mbemba. As Mbemba plays it back to Mpasi. And Mpasi plays it out to Nzabi. 6 yards outside his penalty area for Congo. Way to my right hand side. Plays it into Mutasami. Mutasami gets a lovely ball up to Simpenga. Simpenga tries to play it back to Mazuaku. His ball in field is tidied up by Johan Vista's teammate and played out on the far side. Real chance here. Mbuku plays it on. Wan-Bissaka pulls it back to the penalty spot inside the penalty area of England. Cleared up by Anderson. Anderson gets it to Rashford. Rashford gets it up to Kane. Kane gets absolutely flattened midway inside his own half by the centre half. And it's a free kick to England. Taken quickly by Gehi back to Pickford. Pickford sweeps it out to the right side of centre half. Who is Konza? Konza out to the right back, Spence, and Spence is up to the halfway line in front of the technical areas down beneath the camera vantage point here at the Atlanta Stadium. And it's played back to Konza, Konza to Gehi, and Gehi now up and over the halfway line. To the left of the centre circle inside the Congo half. Crossfield ball finds a right-sided man. Madueke's going to try and take on Mazuaku. Mazuaku gets a toe in, throw to England, 24 yards away from the corner flag, defended by the former West Ham player Arthur Mazuaku. Thrown back by Spence to Konza. Konza into the centre circle on the Congolese side of the pitch, which is to the right, into the pit of Gehi. Gehi to Rice. Rice turns it out to Rashford. Rashford, 24 yards, plays it back to Gehi. Gehi midway point of the Congo half to Konza. Konza out to Madueke. Madueke left foot ball into the box. Big header away by Tuanzebe. Brought down on his chest by Simpemba. Not a great ball. Anderson helps the ball on. And Tuanzebe inside his own penalty area for Congo. Plays it out to Mazuaku. Mazuaku's lost out to Anderson. Great bit of work there by Madueke. Back to Anderson. Anderson tries to find Bellingham. Superb defensive work by Axel. Tuanzebe just held Bellingham off the ball. And it goes out of play away to my right-hand side for a Congo goal kick. But as be said at the moment, lots of the people in the press box talking of England not playing very well, but I tended to think that they certainly, once they got over the initial shock of going a goal behind, have picked up the tempo quite well. But they have to be careful, as we've often said, about leaving the back door open. Rice wins the ball back, gets the ball forward from Wan-Bissaka down the line, this time to Rashford. Rashford back to Rice. Rice clips the ball back inside of his own half, back to O'Reilly on the halfway line. O'Reilly back out of Rashford. Rashford faced by Wan-Bissaka going down the side of the Congo penalty area. Underlapping run by Nico O'Reilly. Covered off on the far side by Mbemba. Toe goes in this time on the far side of the pitch by Mukau, and it's going to be a corner to England, the third of the game. Goal away to my right-hand side, and Pasi Nazau is going to look out of his goal to his right-hand side. England going to a huddle on the edge of the penalty area. Bellingham, Kane, Gehi. They have decided that they are going to have a little routine now. They've split and walk into the penalty area. Nico O'Reilly is being spoken to by the referee. And it's a big opportunity. The longer the game goes, the more the confidence will grow in Congo. And Pasi looks out to his right-hand side. Rice delivers a corner in round the back. Oh, coming in round the back was Jude Bellingham. What a superb header away for another corner by Mazuaku. Had to get there. Kane didn't peel off at the back, and Mazuaku's there just as Bellingham's coming in with his eyes opening like organ stops there to think he can put the ball in the back of the net. Corner opposite side now. Declan Rice from Pasi's right to his left now. Goal away to my right-hand side. 50 on the clock here. England going to swing it in. Will it be Kane that peels off round the back? Rice delivers, curls it away from goal. Player's gone down in the penalty area. Referee has seen a foul. Kane has been told he has infringed here, although there's a little bit of consternation by Mbemba and Kane. Kane looks absolutely shocked by the fact that this has actually gone in the way of the defender, who has gone down in instalments, I have to say. Kane's just literally tried to manoeuvre him, and Mbemba's gone down as though he's lost all the skeletal bones in his body. Away to my right-hand side, but the referee has said it's going to be a corner again. Mbemba and Kane stand with their arms spread apart. Rice delivers low and flat, towed away, finds Simpenga. Simpenga gets the ball out this time, played away, cut out by Rice this time. Rice reverse ball forward to Madueke. He's got four around him, plays it back to Spence. Spence has got a reach here, gets away from Visser. Two players in a huddle now. Ball breaks nicely to Congo. Nice bit of footwork in the middle of the park by Mbuku. Tries to play it out to Wan-Bissaka. There's still players down, but Pickford's just keeping the ball going. Finds Bellingham on the halfway line. Bellingham to Rashford. Rashford with a chance to drive forward at Mbemba. Goes outside Mbemba. Rashford fires it into the side netting this time. On the angle, 51. Great work by Rashford. Went outside his man, which is something we wanted to see. 51 on the clock. Rashford side netting. England still going for it at the start of this second half. Oh, Johan Visser's very late on Jed Spence. But that ball was broken forward there. Bellingham found Rashford, and Rashford took on Mbemba. Went inside him, went outside him, flashed it past Mpasi, who just stood there motionless as it hit the side netting. England still coming forward. Rice hooks the ball on again. Kane could have been offside. Mutasami, the defending midfielder, plays it out near side of Masuaku. Masuaku gets the ball this time into the feet of Siddiqui. Siddiqui plays it inside. England still trail by a goal to nil. 52 on the clock here. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary between England and Congo here in the Atlanta Stadium. Don't forget, you can follow the game through your local TV broadcaster or your national or regional TV broadcaster. But thank you very much for joining us. If you are listening to my dulcet tones, Gahey on the halfway line. Short pass to Rice. Rice 3 yards inside the Congo half. Clips the ball over the top. Good run by Bellingham. Tracked by Tuanzebe. Bellingham into the penalty area. Tries to play the ball out on the far side. As England try and come forward. Ball goes into the box. Cleared by Congo. Anderson tightens the ball forward. Rashford gets the ball back to Gahey. Gahey inside this time to Konza. Konza out to Madueke. Madueke level the 18-yard box, cuts back to his left foot. Deep ball across the face of goal. It's going to evade everybody and go out of play. But again on 53 minutes, England 0, Congo 1. Bellingham had a crashing shot again, and Mpasi with another fine save away to his right-hand side just moments ago. Jude Bellingham has had a hat-trick of saves from Mpasi, 2 headers, and this time a flashing left-foot shot. Just not sitting at the moment, and every second that evaporates out of the 90 minutes, Congo will go stronger and stronger. Ball goes forward, headed on by Simpenga, all the way through to Jordan Pickford in the penalty area, away to my left-hand side. Bolted out to the right side of centre-half Konza. Konza out to Jed Spencer, right back over the halfway line he goes, attacking that goal. He's got to play it down the line, plays it outside of Masuaku for Madueke. Madueke with a cross into the box. It's a deep one coming in at the back. Rashford with a header from 12 yards. High over the top of the crossbar of Congo, away to my right-hand side. Rashford's down, holding his shin. Got caught late while he was in mid-air. Again, I have to say that England have carried on going forward, but at the moment they are, I won't say feeding off scraps, I just think at the moment they're trying, they're not getting full chances, they're not even getting half chances, they're getting three-quarter chances, and when they come up against the man between the pipes for Congo, Mpasi has been absolutely staggeringly brilliant, and that shot from Bellingham just moments ago took a deflection as well, so he altered his footwork there. He is Lionel Mpasi Nazao. His country of birth was France. He's 31 years of age, and he is having a real game and a half. Now, for those of you old enough, 1974 Wembley. Jan Tomaszewski had a game out of his breath to put England's Alf Ramsey's out of the World Cup that year to go to West Germany as it was in those days. And Jan Tomaszewski was called a clown by the pundit of the day, Brian Clough. But Mpasi Nazao is far from a clown today. He is saving everything, and he is keeping his goal pretty much intact for Congo. 3 saves now from Jude Bellingham, 2 headers One instinctive second header was superb, and that deflected shot from Bellingham there poured away as well. England come forward again, 56 minutes on the clock. Gahey, crossfield ball, left to right will find Madueke, brings the ball down, faced by Masuaku, 12 yards from the dead ball line. Cuts back to his left foot, going to send the ball back to Spence. Spence inside to Anderson. Anderson back out to Madueke. Madueke finds Spence. Spence inside, being held up by Simpenga, the goal scorer. Simpenga's done really well. Now Masuaku takes over. Masuaku down by his own dead ball line, trying to eke a little bit of space, plays it against the legs of Jed Spence, and it balloons over their heads and away for a goal kick to the Democratic Republic of Congo. 56 minutes on the clock here, just to let you know you can follow your match on your local TV broadcaster, regional or national broadcaster, and you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England versus Congo. Congo leading by 1-0 here after 56 minutes in Atlanta, in the tournament being hosted by USA, Mexico and Canada. This last 32 tie. Thomas Tuchel shouted at Jed Spence to throw the ball forward towards the Congo goal. He went backwards this time. O'Reilly far side of the pitch, 15 yards inside the Congo half. Infield it goes to the left side of centre half. Gahey into Anderson. Anderson lip of the centre circle on the Congo side of the pitch, which is to the right of the halfway line. Out to Spencer, now to Madueke. Madueke with a chance to run it. Masuaku sets the ball back to Spence. Spence inside to Anderson. Anderson square to Konza. Konza square to Gahey. Low block here for Congo. Out it goes on the far side to Rashford. Rashford inside to O'Reilly. Back it goes to Gahey. Gahey square to Konza. Back to Gahey. England have got to try and move this ball forward and penetrate with a little bit more urgency when they sit back so deep. Rashford into Rice. Rice tries to get away from Wan-Bissaka. Back it goes to Bellingham. Bellingham tiptoes away. Pirouettes a 360 away from Mutasami. Out to Spence, and Spence back out to Madueke. Madueke back to his left foot. Crosses the ball in towards the penalty spot. Cleared by Tuanzebe for Congo inside his own penalty area. They are defending everything England are throwing at them, and when it does go through, they find an inspired keeper. Rashford this time with a cross over the top of the crossbar. Poor ball in by Marcus Rashford on his left foot. Holds his head in his hands. 58 minutes on the clock. England 0. Democratic Republic of Congo 1. England fans should be happy that they haven't limped to this point. They have created chances, but there has been an inspired goalkeeping performance by Mpasi. Visser tries to play the ball out on this near side in front of Sebastian de Sabra. England take the throw quickly. Anderson to Rice. Rice driving forward now, midway inside the Congo half. To the right of the halfway line, short pass to Anderson, who stands on the ball but gives it back to Rice. Again, this allows that square pass to Congo to get back in a decent 11 men behind the ball. Far side of the pitch it goes out to Rashford. Rashford back to Gahey. Gahey back to Anderson. Anderson's going to turn and look out to the right hand side, and it's going to be Madueke, the out ball, faced now by Masuaku. Masuaku steps back onto his left boot, plays it back, doubled up with Simpenga. Back it goes to Spence. Spence under an inordinate amount of pressure here from Simpenga. Plays it to Anderson. Anderson's lost it. Good toe by Visser. Ball breaks to Brian Simpenga. Simpenga up to the halfway line. Into England territory to the left of the halfway line. Short pass to Mutasami. Mutasami out near side. This time a rather late challenge on Siddiqui. Hasn't been penalised. A dive, says the referee. Anderson inside to Kane. Kane tries to come forward, tries to slip it across to Rashford. Hits the body of the covering defender, Tuanzebe, and goes all the way back to the Congolese keeper, who is Mpasi. It's a rather theatrical dive. The referee's been very much on top of his game here. Not taking anything for granted. Half an hour left for Congo to either survive or thrive, and for England to try and survive. They trail by 1-0. Lovely footwork in the middle of the park, played out to Simpenga. Simpenga's got space. Where is Jed Spence? Plays it square, cut out by Anderson, back to Simpenga. Simpenga faced by two. Inside the England penalty area, way to my left, sets the ball back to Masuaku. Masuaku's ball in, cleared by Anderson. Only finds Mutasami for Congo. Plays it out to the right back, Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka down the line on the far side to Mbuku. Mbuku holds it up, delays it, goes back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back to Mutasami. Mutasami, crossfield ball looking for Simpenga. Simpenga won't get there, out of play on this near side. Level the 18-yard box of England away to my left-hand side. It's going to be a throw which Aaron Wan-Bissaka will watch his opposite number, Jed Spence, no doubt take. England, according to many pundits, were a little too vulnerable to the counter-attack. Well, they are chasing the game, and if you chase the game, you can't be solid at the back at the same time. I don't think you can do both facets of it. Madueke and Rashford replaced by Anthony Gordon and Bukayo Saka on 61 minutes. Chance now for Anderson into Rice, back to Gahey. Gahey 18 yards inside the England half, out to the left back, O'Reilly. O'Reilly's got a chance to challenge a run forward, plays it out to Gordon. Gordon's first touch, a little reverse ball. Riley down to the dead ball line, away to my right, crosses the ball back. Mutasami just puts it up in the air with a poor one, headed across the face of goal and headed away this time by Mbemba. Rice got the header across the face of goal, and Mbemba had time just to clear it. Well, maybe a familiar look to the England lineup. Anthony Gordon, who started the first group game, as Anthony Gordon comes on. Started the first game, was taken off against Ghana and was taken off against Croatia. So he started those two games and was taken out of the game. Came on against Congo. Near side, Simpenga taken on Spence, cuts inside Spence on the edge of the box. Spence gets a toe in. Ball breaks into the middle of the England half. Tied it up nicely. Mutasami forward to Simpenga. Simpenga out on this near side. Chance now for Mukau to get the ball to Sadiki. Sadiki back to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe to Mazuaku. Mazuaku infield he goes. Steps away this time from Saka. Ball played back to the halfway line where Mbemba plays it out far side of the field. Good overlapping run. O'Reilly blocks the challenge as it comes in by Mbuku, and it's going to be a corner to Congo away to my left-hand side. 62 minutes on the clock. You can follow the match on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster if you can. Nice to have you along. Otherwise, and you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England versus Congo, where the score is currently England 0, Congo 1. 7 minutes, Simpenga with the goal. Plenty of action since. Chance for Congo with short corner now. They're going to play it into the box. Shot goes in, deflected off the head of an England defender. Shot went in this time by Mbuku, and it's deflected off an England defender. A left foot shot rifled in. It's Anderson that's headed the ball up and away. Corner again, this time to Congo. Goal away to my left-hand side. Pickford will look out to his right-hand side, coming across to take it. Brian Simpenga, the goal scorer. Congo fans, well, I don't know if they're feeling any nerves. I really don't. I tell you what, England fans, anticipation, anxiety all over their faces. Corner swept in by Simpenga, deep, cross to the back, blocked by the legs of Rice. Saka gets the ball down. Mutasami takes it off his toes. Far side of the pitch, and Mbemba tries to twist and turn, puts the ball out of play. And Mbemba thought he was fouled. Saka looks completely shocked that he could even think such a thing. And another change is going to happen now. And going off the field of play, Mbuku is going off for Congo. Put a shift in. Now it could be about sorting things out. And Elliott comes on into the Congolese midfield. Maybe now Sebastian Desabre thinks that it's time to start plugging a few holes up. They know that they are going to weather a bit of pressure from England. Spence down the line to Saka. Saka 15 yards inside the half of Congo. Faced by Mazuaku, goes inside to Anderson. Anderson on the halfway line, plays it in field to his left this time. And earlier of Ali Yaspor is on the field of play. Gordon back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly into the centre circle on the Congo side to Konza. Konza out to Spence. Spence now right-footed ball into the box. Decent ball in. Headed away at the back post by Wan-Bissaka. Would have been a foul. Kane a little bit lively in the challenge. Referee had his whistle to his lips, and now the break is on the far side. And it's a great bit of footwork. Elliott tries to get away from O'Reilly. O'Reilly beats him and in the end gets fouled in picking himself up. And he's got some pace. He's gone over onto the right attacking midfield spot. Sadiki through the centre. Simpenga on this near side. England come forward with the ball, 12 yards shy of the halfway line, up to the halfway line to Bellingham. Bellingham out to Anthony Gordon. Gordon going to take on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Level the 18-yard box of Congo away to my right. Goes outside him. Little left foot ball clipped in. Headed away by Mbemba. Coming in, Anderson gets the ball down. Can't find Rice. Excellent defensive work back there this time by Mukau. England try and retain possession inside the Congo half, and they do so. Anderson faced by Elia. Into the feet of O'Reilly, up to Rice, back to Anderson. Anderson will come right-hand side to Spence. Spence to Saka. Saka now with a chance to look. Comes in off the right onto his left foot. Tries to clip the ball in. Blocked this time by Tuanzebe. Spence wins it back. He's into the box, trying to go outside. Mutasami pulls the ball back, but in front of Kane, and cleared this time in the middle of the park by Mukau. And it is pretty much backs against the wall for Congo. What England haven't got to do, and they will do, it's a very natural thing to do now, is England go in search of the equaliser. They are going to leave gaps as Konsa and Wissa have a little coming together on the touchline. And I tell you what, I thought that waving an imaginary yellow card was a yellow card offence as well, but Wissa didn't get one for that. Sat on the floor gesticulating to our referee that it should have been a yellow card. But it remains 67 minutes on the clock here in Atlanta. England 0, Congo 1. Brian Simpenga scoring on 7 minutes. Wan-Bissaka throws the ball down the line. Good work this time by Mukau. Beaten to the ball by Rice. Rice back to Konsa. Konsa dead centre of his own half. Plays it to the right back. Spence. Not getting the willing sort of openness of Madueke in fairness from Saka. Saka not hanging out on the touchline like the Pep Guardiola right-sided man would be. Into the feet of Rice out to Saka. Saka's first touch sees the ball come off his instep and go out of play. Hydration break time here. Time for water to be played. So let's really have a little recap of what we've had so far in this last 32 tie here in Atlanta in that tournament that is being held in Mexico and Canada and the US of A. This is Atlanta. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England versus Congo. Congo lead by a goal to nil, scored on 7 minutes by Brian Simpenga. You can indeed, if you can get to a television set, watch the match on your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. But if you're with me, nice to have you along. Let's talk about that first goal, crossfield ball. Spence was dragged inside by Vissa's run. Brought down beautifully inside the England penalty area in acre space by Brian Simpenga. He's about 10 yards out. Pickford's across from his left to his right post. Fired across low to Jordan Pickford's right-hand side. His body weight had shifted to his left. He had to go back to his right, and the power of the shot went through his hand on the short side. And that was when you saw the goal go in. England then, after the fluid intake break, have started to come on quite strong. After that, Jude Bellingham from a Declan Rice cross headed the goal, saved brilliantly by Mpasi as it went away to his left-hand side. Shortly after that, Marcus Rashford fired a ball goalwards, which was saved by Aaron Wan-Bissaka's thighs. That was another save off the line. Then Mpasi came back again to haunt England after Johan Wissa had grazed the outside of a post of the England goal to make it 2-0. We saw Harry Kane go over rather theatrically. It looked from distance. Referee said no penalty. VAR looked at it. I looked at it and thought there was a collision there. But again, Mpasi was the man involved in it, and it was no penalty given. It remained 1-0 to Congo. Late on in stoppage time, Bellingham had another fine cross from Madueke. He headed it goalwards, and this time an instinctive save low to his right-hand side by Mpasi kept it to a 1-0 lead for Congo. And there was still time in the final action of the first half for Harry Kane to hit a volley from a deep corner straight into the nether regions of Mpasi to keep it 1-0 to Congo at the break. Marcus Rashford has fired a shot in goalwards hit the side netting in the start of the second half, and Jude Bellingham got a hat-trick of saves from Mpassi, firing a shot in with his left foot on the angle from 12 yards, which deflected, and Mpassi away to his right palmed the ball away. England coming on strong, but still trailing by a goal to nil. Now, if you're a Congo fan, that might sound rather one-sided. Eberechi Eze has come onto the field of play for the right back, Jed Spence. So an attacking change here for England. A right back is off, and they are going to, I think, maybe drop to a 3 here. And they are going to try and see if Eberechi Eze has got the keys to unlock the Congo defence. A little bit of a different shape here from Thomas Tuchel. Saka tries to get in. Ball goes out of play on this near side. It's going to be a Congo throw. Hydration break over. And it remains here, England 0, Congo 1. And as I say, you can follow the match on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster. We are at the Atlanta Stadium here in the last 32 of that tournament, which is being held in Mexico, Canada, and the US of A. We are in Atlanta, 12th biggest stadium in America, and it is 1-0 to Congo in this last 32 tie as Eberechi Eze makes his way onto the field of play. And England really in the final throes of trying to wrestle this game back for another 32. Rice gets the ball from Saka. Saka pirouettes, plays it back to Rice down the right-hand side. Rice with a right football into the box. Kane gets a touch on it, runs away from goal. Being tracked by Tuanzebe. Turns outside the penalty area. Edge of the box to Saka. Saka deep ball in. Gordon round the back, headed away by Wan-Bissaka. That should be a corner to England on the far side of the pitch. Well, I will be much as an English commentator on the English national side in the last 32. I'm not biased. I just got to tell you exactly what I see. But if I see that the English press slate England for not having a go, I would have to say that they have had a go, and I think they've found a keeper in inspired form in Mpassi. But they haven't really created too much. But they have conceded the only goal of the game. Goal away to my right, and Mpassi looks out to his right corner, in by Rice, headed away from goal, headed back across the face of the 18-yard box. Eze pulled down by Simpenga. Going to be a free kick. Chance on 73 for England to put it back into the Congolese penalty area, away to my right-hand side. It is very much something to hang their hat on for Congo. That goal by Simpenga on 7 minutes. England haven't been creating clear-cut chances. Rice delivers in towards the penalty spot, headed away again from the Congolese defence. Gay sat on his derriere inside the penalty area, wondering exactly what he's got to do to get a pull down. Bellingham driving it. Wan-Bissaka crosses a deep ball across the face of goal with his left boot. It's going to come out on this near side for a throw-in. And still Harry Kane and Mark Gahey asking exactly what has to be done for some of this pushing and shoving inside the Congolese penalty area. There's got to be another change. Kayembe is about to come on, and he is going to replace Simpenga, the goal scorer. Referee giving the fullback Mazuaku to hurry up for the throw. Mazuaku gets a header back from Anderson. Left-footed ball long over the top. This time Elliott is stopped by the body of Gahey. Pickford plays the ball out to O'Reilly. England come on again, driving forward at Gordon. Gordon faced by Wan-Bissaka. Back to the halfway line to Gahey. Gahey comes infield on his right boot. Square ball to Konza. Konza 6 yards inside the Congolese half. Plays it out to the right side of attacking midfielder Saka. Good underlapping run by Eze. Eze pulls it back to Rice. Rice can't get it ball down. Gets it across the face of goal. Second touch was heavy. Gordon picks the ball up. Faced by Wan-Bissaka. Scoops the ball back in. Harry Kane! It's what a piece on 75 minutes. Gordon's cross. And it's Harry Kane that gets away from his man to equalise. Heads it into the back of the net. And England's captain, fantastic, heads the ball in. And finally, the rear guard of Congo has been breached on 75, and England fans with a collective cheer, or should I say sigh of relief, because yet again it is Captain Fantastic that heads the ball into the back of the net for his 4th goal in this tournament, having scored 73 in other competitions. What a goal for England. And he got away from Tuanzebe and Mpasi. It's a lovely scoop ball back in by Anthony Gordon. Kane first to react. Tuanzebe lets him go 7 yards out. Mpasi gets across to his right but can only turn it into the side netting. England 1, Congo 1. Now, nerves aplenty for both sets of supporters, although England at this present moment in time, their fans, well, you would have heard the collective sigh of relief coming from every orifice, I think, of the bodies of the England fans. They cannot believe that it is one apiece. But England have been coming on strong ever since the first fluid break, and change now for Congo. Mukau and Simpenga come off the field of play. 2 changes now by Sebastian Desabre as Bongondo and Kayembe come onto the field of play. England 1, Congo 1. Don't forget you can follow the match if you want to on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster. It is from the stadium in Atlanta. It is that tournament. It is being hosted by Canada, Mexico and the USA. It is the last 32 tie. It is England 1, Congo 1. And you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of this match between England and Congo. And it is finally balanced now as the sides approach the final, I would say, 14 regulation minutes according to the clock, but there's going to be 3 minutes of time added on for the fluid intake break that we have to have here. As Konza, under pressure, plays the ball back to Gehi. Well, many England fans will maybe saying, just keep the same work you've been doing going forward. Don't sit back. Don't play square balls. Try and get the ball forward. Konza gets the ball from Gehi. Konza now with a right to left ball. Gordon's the target. Wan-Bissaka heads the ball up in the air. Chested down by Bellingham. Gets it back to Gordon. Gordon into the penalty area. Steps back onto his right. Good toe comes in by Mbemba. And now coming away with the football, it's a break. Visser's trying to run through. Pickford's off the line, smartish to clear the ball away from 6 yards outside his own penalty area. This is on the proverbial knife edge now as we head towards what can only be described in the stadium is the nervous 80 minutes as England try desperately to get themselves back in front. What a game we're having here. What a game you are hopefully listening to with yours truly. Mutasami plays the ball back to Mpasi. Mpasi up to the halfway line. Flicked round the corner by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This time on the far side of the pitch. Elliott can't get to it. Tied it up by O'Reilly to Gehi. Gehi to Anderson. Anderson to Bellingham. Bellingham with a bit of space. Plays it square this time. Near side. Declan Rice is playing almost right back. Saka now. Cuts inside. Left foot ball into the box. Deep round the back. Gordon's up. Wan-Bissaka heads away. Gordon will pick up the pieces. Far side of the pitch again. Provided that cross to Kane. Into the feet of Kane. Kane sets it back to Anderson. Anderson right foot. Corner off the top of the net. Just up and over the crossbar. Always felt. And if you've ever played football in any way, shape or form, you know as soon as that ball leaves your foot, if it's going goalwards. And I thought Elliot Anderson always knew he just got the elevation wrong. The wrong club out of the golf bag. Didn't dip quickly enough. Goal kick. Congo come forward into the feet this time in the middle of the park. Congo chance to break out on this near side. Elliott tries to take on Rice. Skins Rice, but Rice gets his body across the ball. Plays it out down the line to Saka. Saka down the side of his own penalty area. Goes outside his man. Got better pace here. Saka's got a wall of sky blue in front of him. And it's taken off his toes rather easy. Played inside. Chance here now for Kayembe. Kayembe out on this near side to Bongonda. Well, it's all turning out to be a little bit on the edge now. 80 minutes on the clock. England 1, Congo 1. Kane equalising on 75 from a Gordon cross. Brian Simpenga, who put Congo in front on 7 minutes. Kayembe Centre circle, England side of the pitch, which is to the left of the halfway line. Back it goes this time to Mbemba. Long ball forward. Wan-Bissaka playing in a more advanced role now. All the way through to Pickford. Pickford plays it out down the England left, and Gordon's got a chance to run now. He's driving at Mbemba. Comes inside. Wants to go outside Mbemba. Mbemba with a block. Surely that's obstruction every day of the week. And the referee says no. Well, I'm slightly shocked at that because Mbemba made absolutely no chance to get the ball. He picked up the pieces after doing it. And now the ball comes down inside the centre circle. And Elliott has blocked it. Rice plays it right back to Saka. Saka level with the 18-yard box of Congo. Away to my right. A couple of lollipops. Lays the ball back to Rice. Rice scoops the ball in. Headed away by Tuanzebe. Gordon's on his bike on the far side of the pitch for England. Going to see this run out for a throw to England. A good 30 yards away from the corner flag, defended on the far side by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Taken quickly back to Gehi. Gehi to Gordon. Gordon now level with the 18-yard box of Congo. Away to my right. Short pass in field to Anderson. Anderson short pass into the feet of Bellingham. Bellingham back out to Gordon. Gordon finds Bellingham. He's gone on the underlap. Bellingham now checks inside his man. He's into the box. He's got him dancing. Plays it across the face of goal. God, ball breaks off the Congolese defender. Doesn't fall nicely. Now Anderson tries to go down the left. Reverses the ball back to Gordon. Gordon with a cross in. Big header away. Congo under pressure. And Mbemba with the strong forehead. 82 minutes on the clock here. Don't forget you can follow the match on your own local, regional, national TV broadcaster. You are listening to an independent off-tube studio-based commentary of England versus Congo. And it's getting rather exciting. Gordon coming forward again, cuts inside from Wan-Bissaka, who's a little bit late with a challenge. Gordon's down in a heap. Referee says carry on, you had the football. Gehi to Konza, Konza to Rice, Rice out to Saka. Saka now turns to take on Mazawaku. Infield it goes to Eze. Eze back to Rice. Rice down the line to Saka. Saka inside to Eze. Back out to Saka. Saka down by the dead ball line. Right football into the box. Headed away. Comes off of O'Reilly. Smited away inside the penalty area by Mbembe. And now the break is on. Good work this time by Konza as Visa could not control the football. Back it goes to Pickford. Pickford back out on the far side. Woo, this is going to be a tough one. Ball played through to Kane. Kane tries to drive it through the heart of the defence for Bellingham. It's too long, too strong, and through to Mpasi. Mpasi gets the ball out. Now the break on this near side. Chance here for Alaya. Alaya received the ball this time from Bongonda. Back it goes to Mutasami. In it goes to Tuanzebe. Square on the halfway line to Mbemba. Mbemba right on the far side. Well, you've got to draw a breath. Sadiki back to Wan-Bissaka. Kayembe turns 12 yards outside the England penalty area. Chance again, Congo now. England got to be careful that they don't leave things open whilst trying to chase a victory goal here. Alea gets the ball down, faced by Rice. Rice playing right back at the moment. Held up, down by the dead ball line. Rice shows him down the line. Alea goes back, this time to Kayembe. Kayembe inside to Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe squared to Mbemba. 18 yards outside the 18-yard box, puts the ball in, flicks off the head of Kane, brought down by Declan Rice. Rice carries the ball away from his penalty area. Nothing down the right-hand side. Saka's behind him, plays it back to Anderson. Anderson coming forward, will clip the ball out to Saka now on the halfway line. Saka turns to run, backing off in front of him. Mazawaku goes inside Mazawaku, gets across. He's got three blue shirts around him. 360, plays the ball back to Anderson. An excellent play there by Saka. Anderson square to Gehi. Gehi out to Gordon. Gordon 24 yards away from the dead ball line, faced by Wan-Bissaka. Cuts it back. Infield it goes to Bellingham. Bellingham back to Anderson. Anderson to Gehi. England trying to find and tease an opening. Gordon into the feet of Bellingham. Bellingham turns round. 24 yards away. Left foot ball into the box. Cleared this time by Mbemba, who again thrusts himself to the floor with his arms above his head. Anderson's got to win this. Does just about win it. Inside his own penalty area, inside his own half, I should say, not penalty area. And Anderson comes forward with the football again, slips it through. Chance for Kane. Kane into the box, tries to turn to Nzabi, who gets the ball away from Kane inside the Congolese penalty area. Mazawaku now facing his own dead ball line, plays it away, picked up by Anderson. Anderson, 24 yards, crosses the ball in. Gordon with a flicked header, never really got there. And Pazzi comes out and claims it safely as it drops out of the heavens above his head. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England versus Congo. It's 1-1 here in the last 32 game here of this tournament being held in Canada, Mexico and the USA. This is an independent, as I say, off-tube studio-based commentary of the game in Atlanta. Goals scored on 7 minutes for Congo by Brian Simpenga. Equalised by captain. Fantastic for England, Harry Kane. Chance here of a bit of space driving forward. Alea on this near side puts the ball into the box. Got to be headed away inside the penalty area by Gay. He does, but heads it straight back to Alea, who gets a shot in. And it's easily taken by Pickford all along the floor from the edge of the 18-yard box away to my left-hand side. 85 minutes have been played here. Don't forget you can follow this match on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster. It's one apiece. It's finally balanced here in Atlanta. England struggling at right back at the moment. They've taken out one of the defensive midfielders, Declan Rice, to play him at right back. And England do have a little bit of a problem. Anderson slips the ball through. Good run from midfield by Bellingham. Bellingham into the box on his left foot. Fires the ball across the face. And again, and Pazzi makes a fourth save against Bellingham. Gordon tries to run across the face of the box. Reverse ball to Kane. Kane's into the box. Right foot shot. What a goal by Harold Kane on 86 minutes. He's got his second of the match. He's absolutely smited it in with his right boot from 18 yards up into Mpazi's top left-hand corner. And England have made a comeback from a goal down now to 2-1 up on 86 minutes here in Atlanta. What a goal. He really does know where the back of the net is. Harry Kane, well, to be perfectly honest, it's his fifth goal in the World Cup. He had no right to get that into the back of the net. He's literally gone to the edge of the box. He's span his centre half, and he's absolutely mercilessly rifled it with his right foot into the top of the net. Bellingham got through just moments ago. Great save by Mpazi. Mpazi's clearance fell to Gordon. Gordon evaded one challenge, played it into the edge of the box, reversed it to Kane. Kane took it away from his man and then absolutely smited it into the back of the net. What a finish by Harry Kane. And Mbemba could do nothing but watch him pirouette 17 yards out. He has thumped it. He has mercilessly rifled it into the billowing back of the net. And it's England 2, Democratic Republic of Congo 0, and that is the end of the 87th minute. There's going to be time added on. Please do not adjust your sets. Do not worry, because at the moment there is still time. Never in any single world of doubt do not underestimate the power of a side sitting back on a lead. And Congo have got nothing, absolutely nothing to lose now. It is all or nothing time. Mutasami plays the ball back, this time to Mbemba, who knocks a long ball up and over the top. Good defensive work there. Elia couldn't get there. Rice blocked it off. Pickford picks the ball up. Well, all eyes in the world of England fans will now just want it as far away from the England penalty area, which is away to my left-hand side and currently homed in by Pickford, who thumps a long ball forward. Gordon loses out. Mutasami comes forward, tries to play the ball inside to Mbemba. Mbemba doesn't get that. Headed away now by Gay. Anderson loses that to Kayembe. O'Reilly gets the ball out to Eze. Eze holds it up well with four around him inside his own half. Short pass out to the man on the left, who is Gordon. Gordon down the line. That ball will just roll down the line before going out of play as Bellingham chased it. Oh my word. Please, this tournament, when it comes down to straightforward knockout football, is possibly... Oh, we've seen penalty shootouts that have ebbed and flowed and swung like pendulums. But, hey-ho, there we go. Vissa and Mazawaku off Mayele and Jay Kayembe, who are on now. Congo last throw of the dice. It seems an awful long time ago, the 7th minute, when Brian Simpenga gave Congo the lead. And Ditu Kayembe is on. Long ball forward, Gahey with a header down. Got to be tidied up by Declan Rice, who's over by the left back berth now. Plays the ball up to Gordon. Gordon, a little layoff to Bellingham. Gordon gets a toe in. Bellingham picks it up from Wan-Bissaka. Plays it out on the far side. Ellie Anderson finds himself a long way from home. Back it goes. Pushed over onto the floor. Referee says you have the football, so no foul. Anderson gets it back from Bellingham. Bellingham into Gordon. Gordon back to Nico O'Reilly. We're into the 90th minute of the game. All eyes from England fans and Congo fans now will be on the man that lifts the board up. The fourth official will be hoisting up. We know there's going to be a minimum of 3. And that man is Khaled Saleh of Saudi Arabia. Ball goes forward. Shot from distance from Harry Kane is a little bit high and over the top of the crossbar. Mutasami went off and he is being replaced by Fiston Mayeli. And Bemba brings the ball forward outside of the penalty area of Congo, away to my right-hand side. Short pass out on this near side to Tuanzebe. They've gone to a 3. We got 6 additional minutes, I think it is, as I glance down, of time to be added on here at the end of this last 32-round tie. Wan-Bissaka plays the ball forward. Congo 12 yards inside the England half. Steps inside of his man. Oh, Gordon with a lazy leg. It's going to be a chance here for a free kick to be put into the penalty area. Capacity crowd here, 100% inside the Atlanta Stadium, 68,239 for you. Free kick going to be whipped in towards the England penalty area. Where to my right, John Stones is being ready to come on for Thomas Tuchel's men. A little bit of seniority, a little bit of defensive cover. Declan Rice is going off. Declan Rice, who would move from defensive midfielder right back. You know, they want to wrap some of these players up in absolute cotton wool if you're Thomas Tuchel. My nerves are shredded and I'm just your commentator. Congo, can they find that equaliser? We're into the 92nd minute of a minimum of 6 to be added on. It's clipped into the box. Eze clears. Edge of the box, it comes out. Turned forward, blocked by Bellingham. And Bemba sets the ball back to, I think it's Mutasami. I thought he was taken off. Good ball out on his near side. And Bemba puts a deep ball right across the face of the England penalty area and out of play. Did that take a deflection? And the idea is it didn't. And it is England 2, Congo 1. You are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England versus Congo, where the score is currently 2-1 to England. You can indeed, if you've got a television set around, watch the match on your local, regional or national TV broadcaster. But if you're along with me today, thank you very much for listening to my dulcet tones. Hopefully I'm purveying the action and the tension here. Near side, break goes on. Alea puts the ball into the England box. Good work by Gehi, blocks the ball away. 2 fouls inside the England penalty area on England players. And it's going to be a free kick to England inside their own penalty area. The players that has just come on is down in a little bit of a heap. KMB has gone down into just a little bit of a heap inside the penalty area. Josh KMB. Strong challenge by Mark Gehi. Inside. Oh, football, eh? Who'd have thought it could give you so many palpitations? And all I'm doing is commentating on it. You should have heard me on penalties. Long ball fought by Jordan Pickford. Harry Kane is thrust to the floor on this near side. Goes down under a heap and rubs his knee into the 93rd minute. Lovely reverse ball. What a finish by Harry Kane. I don't know. The stats will tell you he's up into nearly 70 goals for the season if this is included in last season. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. It could be hundreds. The man is just a machine. Lots of people wrote him off at the last European Championships, but he clearly was injured. And, well, it's just Harry Kane. And it's difficult to take your eyes off him as Anderson goes forward. He's going to run it into the corner. Tracked here by Congo's Tuanzebe, not Sadiki. Sadiki's there, battling away with Anderson, who's held it up really well. Puts it out for a throw deep in the corner, deep in Congo territory. And Yolis Kayembe throws the ball inside. Picks up Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe by his own penalty spot. Tips the ball out far side. Brought down on the far side by Noah Sadiki. Back it goes to Mbemba, square to the D on the edge of the Congolese penalty area. Way to my right to Tuanzebe, who carries it out now and plays it out on this near side to Yoris Kayembe. Up into the feet of Kayembe in the middle of the park in the shape of Edo. Back to Mbemba. Mbemba long ball forward. Got to be won by Konza here inside his own penalty area. Heads it away on this near side. Saka's got to get there. And in the end, it is towed away by Noah Sadiki and out of play. We're into the 95th minute. A minimum of 6 to be added on here. What a game of football if the rest of the last 32 ties are anything like the ties we're seeing so far. Some haven't been brilliant but have come to a crescendo in penalties. Obviously Netherlands versus Morocco, and of course that game for Germany, who went out on penalties. Did that ebb and flow as well. Ball goes forward, chested down by Visser. Gets away from his man, tries to get away from Bellingham. Bellingham's heavy with a challenge. It's a free kick and a horrible place here. Congo, as we move into the 6 of a minimum of 6 to be played, have a free kick. And Jude Bellingham has gone into the back of Johan Visser, trying to get to the football. And good work there by Johan Visser. Got his body across the ball. Jordan Pickford goal all the way to my left-hand side. If the penalty spot and centre spot is 12 o'clock on Jordan Pickford's clock face, this is about 2 or 3 minutes past the hour. The wall is on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's 28 yards out. We have 20 seconds less than, as I'm talking to you, of the final 6 minutes to be added on, and you have been listening to this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between England and DR Congo. England lead by 2-1. Visser sizing up the wall. Stones, Konza, Kane, O'Reilly. Draft excluded behind is Elliot Anderson. Across to the left of his goal is Jordan Pickford. Visser is going to take this. He wants to go to Jordan Pickford's right. Another line is given to Jodish Kayembe, who wanted to go and add himself onto the edge of the wall. We're into the 97th minute. Last chance saloon is it for Congo. Johan Visser. Up and over the wall and over the top of the crossbar and away. And was that touch by Jordan Pickford? I don't think it was. I think this is a goal kick coming up for England. And again, it is up and over the wall and over the top of the crossbar, and that gets a bigger cheer, almost as though Harry Kane's second goal did. The whistle goes here in Atlanta in the big tournament being held in Canada, Mexico and the USA. This last 32 tie of the tournament, that is the biggest around, has gone the way of England. 2 goals by Harry Kane, cancelling out Simpenga's opening goal. I'm off for a lay down in a darkened room. But in the meantime, thank you very, very much for listening to this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of England 2, Congo 1.